Hello, my name is Maxine Samone. I'm here to share a touch of Venus with you. We're going to get the rose incense going for the reading. We're going to get into a collective message. I hope that everybody's having a beautiful day and a great weekend. Two things that came to mind. Never say never. Never say never. And the song that was just playing in the background was, damn, I don't remember the title of it, but it was saying what we do for love and what we will not do. Something, it's an oldie song, you know what I'm talking about. What we do for love and what we will not do, but never say never. So let's see what Spirit has for this message. If you'd like a personal, everything can be found in the link in my bio. If you are watching this on TikTok, thank you for joining me. This will be posted on YouTube. The full reading will be posted on YouTube at the end of the day. And if you're seeing this on YouTube, I appreciate you for tuning in. If you can like, share, subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Help me collect or connect into the collective energy that much more. Okay, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, higher beings, divine and unconditional love, divine mother, divine father. What are the best and highest messages for this collective? So we have solar eclipse. We're entering eclipse season on the 17th. That is literally like right around the corner. So what's coming up? They said never say never. Void of course, moon missing in the reverse. I feel called to read that card in the guidebook. 11th house friends. Capricorn flying out on top of the void of course moon. So there was quite a few changes that just happened with the Capricorn moon. That was around a month ago, a month and a half ago. So think about that time period. Maybe something happened with a social circle or community thing, friends. Something happened with friends. Maybe you had to make some sacrifices. That may be related. And then we have fire element, desire. This, rather than desire, it's kind of giving me, yes, it's giving me like being reborn through the fire kind of thing. Because it says I use and fire. I feel like there may be something around the group of people that you are around. Let me read the guidebook for the Void of Course Moon. I typically don't because I use these cards all the time, but I just feel spirits like read it. What number is this? 52 or 52? So this is in the reverse, but I'm going to read the full thing. So take what resonates. Void of course moon missing. The moon is a friend or the lonesome to talk to. That is the quote. All is not as it seems. The void of course moon card can be daunting. It may not be a good or appropriate time to answer your question. But I do feel like because this is in the reverse, you'll be getting an answer to something that did not make sense. As it is now, the results may not be what you want. What is a void of course moon? The moon travels through the entire zodiac in 27.5 days. There is a moment when the moon makes its last major aspect before leaving one sign and entering the next. If it is, it's as if the moon has gone to sleep. Her wisdom is being withheld until she moves into a new sign and the moon begins a new chapter or story. Oh. The usual axiom for starting things on a void of course moon is nothing will come out of this matter. Thank you for the roses. Thank you. Matters will not go as you planned. In fact, most of the time it will end up far worse than you planned. So I feel like you've had to surrender, definitely. Especially like there has been so many people I've done readings for, myself included. The last eclipse season, think about last October, September, November time frame. Like life from that point to this point is completely different, right? So I feel like something is kind of closing out finally, and I feel like final nail. Um, okay, anyway. Matters will not go as you planned. In fact, most of the time will end up far worse than you planned. You may have been caught blissfully unaware. You've missed something, or you weren't paying close enough attention, but you won't be able to set that situation right at the current time. This card says to sit so still and stay as you are. Take no action at the current time. Wait for the storm to pass over. It is time to be patient and allow matters to settle before beginning anew. Allow this matter to resolve on its own without your help, work, or interference. Don't bail anyone out or make any loans currently, because it is unlikely that they will be repaid. Medical results will probably not be accurate. If your question is about a job or career move, then it's not the right one. If you apply for a job or get hired, it will not be long lasting. It's possible you will get hired and then a more suitable job will come along and you will have to leave the first one. After a long and costly effort, your matter in question may fail. People around you may start behaving like screw-ups. Dang. It could be that great passions are playing against you. Discipline is needed. It is not a time to act impulsively. Whatever you do as your routine will stay as it is. However, matters that are unplanned or spontaneous will tend to work out for you. A void of course moon can be used to your benefit, so keep this in mind when the card is showing up in a spread. For instance, you can work on something you really don't want. You can interact with persons you don't really want to become a fixture in your life. Embarking on anything new or untried will tend to go wrong. In other words, when the void of course moon presents itself in a spread, if you agree to plans you don't really want to come about, then it will be very likely that they will not come about. However, meditation and any type of psychic or spiritual efforts will work out better when the void of course moon card pulls up or turns up. It's a good time to dream and even make plans. Just do not act on them just yet. Also, do not plan a wedding if this card comes up. Okay. Keep in mind, this is not right. So, basically false starts kind of vibe, right? And this is in the reverse. So, I would say that you might have been put on a period of like holding, you know what I'm saying? For quite a while, I would say since this last eclipse, and I feel like you might have been really frustrated because shit was not working out. You felt like you weren't like in your co-creator energy. You felt like maybe you were at the whims of the universe, but I feel like spirit was kind of like clearing out this energy, right? And now we're about to go into the next eclipse season, literally starting the 17th. Let's keep going. That void of course moon. So I feel like now we're moving out of the void of course place. So if I'm reading this in succession, the solar eclipse is when the moon is in front of the sun, right? And then we have the void of course moon popping out as like the moon is traveling in this reading. And then it's traveling into your 11th house. It could be helpful for you to look at your astrology chart and see what sign is ruling your 11th house. And I feel like there's something there for you. That could be a personal message. But it looks like it's moving into the next card is Capricorn, but that doesn't mean that you have to have Capricorn in your 11th house, right? I'm just thinking like Capricorn represents kind of like legacy, it represents discipline, it represents business. So there are things that maybe you were trying to get off the ground for maybe the past 6 to 8 months or something, and it just was really difficult. It was like you didn't feel like you were making progress in the way that you wanted to make progress. So I feel like now the way has been cleared. I don't know. I feel like you're getting some intuitive hits on what this could be, because on the bottom of the deck, we have the water element now, which is flow. It's also, it mentions something about practicing your spiritual routine, psychic abilities kind of thing. So this could have been a fine tuning of your abilities, or kind of putting you in a hermit mode so that you could hear yourself better, feel your feelings more clearly. What do we have? So, a personal issue is going to reach resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Ooh. Nothing is yet set in stone. Still, that's clarifying the void of course moon. So it feels like, it's so frustrating. The void space. It's so frustrating. Things are still shifting. Things are still shifting. The answers you need are coming in the reverse. And this is clarifying 11th house friends. Maybe you're dealing with a little bit of grief. And I say that word lightly because it's like, maybe they're just like remnants of like the people that have left your life. You keep thinking about them. A little bit of like fantasizing about having conversation, coming to an understanding. And I think that spirit is like, no, these people have been removed. The answers aren't coming. You know what I'm saying? You're very close to achieving your goal, crossing that card. And this is clarifying Capricorn. I think they're inviting you to like stay focused. Don't get distracted by, I guess, the lingering thoughts, wondering about like, what do people think about you? How are they feeling? Do they even think about you? Are they sorry for what they did? All of these things, like, make sure you're using the strength of your desire to manifest the life that you want to live, especially while you're in this void space. And I don't want to say waste it, but just kind of course correct your energy. When you find yourself kind of drifting off into those thoughts, you are putting out a desire for people to return into your life that necessarily aren't good for you. The energy is gaining momentum. So something is building up, clearly. It's time to release negativity. So yeah, so this feels like Spirit is bringing this to your attention. There's like some like emotional blockages when it comes to possibly things you had to leave behind, or people you had to leave behind, or that you perceive that you got left behind, or that you got abandoned. I feel like this is more like spiritual protection, like a clearing out of the people, places, things in your life that were not serving your highest good. And I feel like the ego is just kind of playing some tricks on you, because what I've noticed is like when you fantasize about having conversations with people, like, I don't know, say you've always wanted to make your mom proud or something like that, and you've just always really wanted to hear that from her, and then you work your ass off and you're achieving certain things and you are doing the damn thing, right? And then they finally say like, wow, Max, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow, we see you, And then you've put in so much work that when you finally get that, it doesn't even hold the weight that you thought it was going to hold. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what you're doing. You've already given yourself that praise. You know what I'm saying? So this could be the same kind of vibe when it comes to people that have left your life, or like friends, where it's like, even if they came back and told you exactly what you wanted to hear, maybe you were right about a situation, maybe they apologized, it wouldn't even do what you think it's going to do at this point in your life. You've already moved on. You are already a different person. Now they're talking to an old version of you that you don't even resonate with anymore. Yeah, you are, let me cover the Yetis. The Star card, you are moving on to bigger and better things. You're already moving forward. This literally, you're on a healing path. People, you don't even look the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, upright or reverse. Yeah, I feel like Spirit is saying, keep going. Don't look backwards. 9 of Wands in reverse. It's like you are literally on your path. You are following your North Star. I don't know. This is how you know it's a channel thing, because I don't even know what it's called. I'm just thinking about something in biblical text where it's like, don't look back, if you'll turn into salt kind of thing. If you know, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know what part of the text it's from or what story that is. I don't know, but don't look backwards, basically. Ooh, and I didn't even... Okay, so this is a perfect example. This did not fall out, right? I looked and I saw Ten of Swords in reverse. This is getting past the betrayal. It's getting past, yes, turning into stone or something like that. It's just like, I don't know exactly what that story is, but I know that it exists, you know, and I just got that vision. But the Ten of Swords in reverse is kind of getting past the betrayals and all the... It's just all the traumas of the past, all the hurt of the past, and then you flip over and you have the sun, the happiness. This is the happiest card in the deck, you know, and it's like literally flip-flopping, you know. So Spirit is like, don't look backwards. Like, that is a thing of the past. This, I feel like it's confirming though that you're completely in a new chapter, which I think that if you've dealt with Ten of Swords energy, which is like backstabbing, betrayals, trust issues, rightfully so, all of those things, it's really hard to move into the next chapter with optimism, you know. But I feel like Spirit is confirming this for you. Like, these people, these places, these things are cleared out. So don't invite them back in with your powerful manifestation abilities, right? Two of Pentacles. So it feels like you're in between realities, but that is in the void space. And they're asking you to choose one and choose one confidently. To move forward with confidence with the King of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. I feel like also you're building something because the King of Wands is very much an entrepreneur. They are action oriented. This is very much giving you're busy. You have plenty of things to focus on. Spirit is saying you have plenty of shit to focus on other than those thoughts, you know. Keep yourself busy and it'll keep you out of drama, you know. With the Five of Wands in reverse. Like, don't worry about little petty arguments, even if people are talking shit, you know what I'm saying? Because there is a thing around, maybe you're picking up on it too. I don't know. I do feel like eyes are on you. I do feel like eyes are on you. But there's like this kind of like bubble around you where people can see you, but they can't really access you. Maybe they can tell that even the things that you post, like, you're different. It's like it's almost like they want to reach out, or they may want to say something to you or whatever. Maybe this is something that's just in your mind, you know, but it's like they have a certain level of access to you, but only by observing. That, like, I feel like Spirit kind of has this thing around you. It's like you're untouchable right now. And that's why you're not going to hear from them. Because I've even had a client, this has happened myself, where someone reaches out and it's like lost. Like, they'll be like, I texted you or I emailed you, and you literally won't get it. You know what I'm saying? It's spiritual protection. And it's like, Spirit is like, we're not going to have you in any of these petty back and forths anymore, you know? Yeah, the Tower card and the Five of Wands. That's over. I just feel like it's over. Like, we don't have time for it anymore. So Spirit is very much, kind of feels like you're up in the tower. Yeah, it's like you're up in the tower, and like, people can see you, but they don't know how to get up there, you know? They're like, how did you even get up there? To be honest, how did you get up there? And yeah, literally the Strength card comes out and that falls out right on top of the tower. It's like, I learned how to tame my own beast. You know, I've sat with my shadows. I worked on myself. I've worked on my confidence. I've worked on my self-love. You know what I'm saying? I have a very intimate relationship with Spirit. You see, like, the female line, and Spirit is like, you know, there. And it's the masculine and the feminine in this card. I'm balanced, you know? And this is how you elevate your frequency. And this is how you get in this tower state, not in a negative tower, and more of I'm protected, you know. So then we have, interesting, a Knight of Cups. What's the Knight of Cups? Eight of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Cups. This is interesting because this is clarifying you're very close to achieving your goal in Capricorn. So I feel like while you're in the tower right now, you are putting your head down and working. Like we saw the King of Wands and the Two of Pentacles, like you're busy. It's keeping you out of drama. It's keeping you out of the line of like people that don't have enough shit to do and start shit. You know what I'm saying? And like it says that you're very close to achieving your goal. So they're like, keep going, keep being creative. I feel like that's really more of a card of creativity, like you're building something or creating something, and they're saying to keep offering that, keep using what feels like, I don't know, let's clarify. Keep doing what you love. Yes, the Lover's card. I also just randomly got, though, like with the tower reference, kind of like Rapunzel. Like Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Like that's the prince says that to Rapunzel, right? Is it Rapunzel? Rapunzel has the long hair, right? I'm thinking of two different stories, but I'm getting confused. Rapunzel has the long hair. And I think that's her Prince Charming or whatever. Because I'm getting, like, of course we have the Lovers, but then we have, we could also interpret the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Swords as someone getting out of their own way and making an offer. But right now you're focused. You're kind of like in hermit mode. But you're not necessarily in hermit mode because you're out doing things, you know, like you're creating your life, basically. But I feel like something's coming in that may be related to love. Yes, Rapunzel has a long hair. Okay, thank you for confirming. Yes. This is annoying. I thought we were focused on work and career. Healing the heart space. Someone is coming back. The energy is gaining momentum. And now my hands just started getting hot. This upright or reverse. Yeah, someone is literally, they're like, someone's coming forward. Here we go again. Here we go again. King of Cups. So this may be a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Or this is someone that has gained some kind of insight, spiritual insight, and emotional maturity. What's up, Spirit? This upright or reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. Why the Queen of Wands in reverse? Queen of Pentacles. Hold on. They see you working on yourself, literally. So we have Queen of Wands in reverse. So I feel like to me this just feels like there may be something being misinterpreted about how you like come off. Like they might think that because you are in this tower and you are focused and you're getting after it pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Like you're creating your life. There may be like this confusion around your attitude. Like there's a little bit of arrogance or like, I don't know. I think it's misinterpreted though, because what you're really trying to do or what you're really focused on is your money and receiving your money, receiving what you're worth, you know? And so I think that this person may be a little bit intimidated when it comes to actually reaching out to you. But that's why I'm like, they're like on the ground, they're like, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Yes, the Emperor. The Emperor and the Empress. Oh my God, this pair keeps coming out. Who's coming? Who's coming back? The Emperor and the Empress. So it's interesting. Yeah, and then we have a Four of Wands. That's literally a union card. This is a twin flame card. This is like a, you know, a spiritual connection. So, and we have the Lovers. Interesting. Yeah, this person was up worried. They're like, damn, I really missed out on Empress. I really missed out on the Empress. What's going on? We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So right now, again, they recognize that you are focused. That the beginning of this reading was there was a clearing out energy that happened in your life. I feel like the way that they were presenting themselves, and honestly maybe the way that you were presenting yourself in the previous relationship, because this does look like a returning kind of thing. Maybe you guys weren't like showing up as your highest selves. And so, yeah, you had to be separated so that you could focus, like turn back the attention on yourself and build yourself up. Yes, but this whole time they've been watching you. Literally, I keep pulling the same cards. I'm just like, somebody is watching you. They've been observing you. And they're like, damn, Five of Cups. I really fumbled. I need to get my shit together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Hierophant in reverse and the Five of Cups in reverse. They're trying to come out of this place of feeling left out. They just feel like you're their person. Like, they feel like, yeah, they're stuck. They're feeling stuck right now. But I feel like, obviously, this is saying that the energy's gaining momentum. They are watching you, so you do have eyes on you. The beginning of the message, I said, never say never. And then I said, the song that was playing in the background before I started this reading was an oldies love song. It was saying what you'll do for love or what you will not do, you know? Yeah, and I just got chills. So I feel like I have a love deck. Since this took a turn and we're going to get into love, what does the collective need to know about this love thing? Ooh, you saw that card turn? Karmic partner. Maybe this person... Let me stop before I say anything. Yes, Libra in the reverse. Maybe this person had to go sow some oats, because this is definitely showing up as a divine pair, Emperor and Empress. And so maybe this person was with a karmic partner, and you went off and you know, maybe you even entertained a karmic partner here and there. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But it looks like Libra in the reverse, that relationship is failing, or, you know, maybe they learned their karmic lesson. Yeah, over it in the reverse in Pisces. Interesting. You have this person's heart and soul with Pisces there. You connected to this person on a soul level. That's not replaceable. You were very healing to this person, and so you have a special place in their heart. We have the prototype. You're the prototype. Ooh, I love that. When that card comes out, I always hear the song, you know what I'm talking about, the prototype, Andre 3000. And then we have the perfect match. They're like, I need to get my girl back. I need to get my man back. You know? Sensitivity. Yes, they were showing up as the King of Cups. Doesn't mean that they have to be one water sign, but they are showing up as very like emotionally sensitive. And then we have love yourself first. So like I said, you guys had to be separated so that I feel like you were very healing to this person, but you overgave in the situation and you weren't focused on building your own, thing. And so Spirit had to put you on this, solo path so that you could really come into yourself and you could just level up, I don't think that you would have done what you've been doing if you had this person in your life like they were, We have Sagittarius in the reverse. And then we have fruitful union in the reverse. Interesting. And then we have Gemini in the reverse. And then we have Cancer upright. There may have been someone that was a false, like I said, maybe you guys went your separate ways. Maybe you guys went your separate ways and maybe you met somebody else, Like I said, they have a karmic partner that wasn't working out. But I feel like with Sagittarius here, you might have gone and separated, like that's an expansion card, travel. And you tried to meet someone else with the Gemini card that represents the lovers, and it was in the reverse. So you guys might have mirrored each other, did the same things, But I do feel like this person feels like home. It was just an immediate connection. Divine protection. Yes, you guys both had to go sow your oats, okay? And it just feels like there was habit. Ooh, it literally says habits and addictions. And then we have vulnerability. So I feel like this person, if you would have stayed with this person, I think that it really would have messed up the connection a lot more than maybe it already was, It would have made you very bitter, having to deal with this person in the version of them that they were in when they were kind of like fighting their shadows and I'm fighting my demons right now. I'm just fighting my demons right now. You had to become self-sufficient. They had to become self-sufficient as well. Because I saw that the feminine needed to focus on loving themselves first. The masculine needed to feel like they didn't need anyone, that they weren't emotionally dependent on anyone, and that they could rise into what feels like their provider energy. Yes, and I feel like this broke your heartbreak, and I feel like, I don't know, weighing out options in the reverse. And then we have look at yourself in the reverse. Anything else? Capricorn in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I don't feel like this person I feel like this person got really clear or they are getting very clear on the fact that you're their person. I don't think that they necessarily regret anything that happened or how everything went down, because ultimately they know that they had to do what was best for them. And I think that in turn, it helped you to do the same. I think that there needs to be forgiveness around the heartbreak and how things went down. So there may be conversation that's going to come, something like that. But yeah, we have weighing out the options in the reverse, looking at yourself in the reverse, and Capricorn in the reverse. It feels like you guys have both done a lot of shadow work where you've been able to accept parts of yourself. And I think that because you have started to explore forgiving yourself for certain things in your life, that your capacity to have an open heart and forgive other people has expanded. let's pull a final card from Mary Magdalene. Oracle deck, because she does deal with union and emotional alchemy and forgiveness and expanding the heart and all of those beautiful things. Get a card from Mary Magdalene. Sacred worth. I am worthy of love. And then on the bottom of the deck, the legacy. So you guys are going to be building something together. Interesting. Love is always legendary. But let's read Sacred Worth. I am worthy of love. So this person might not have felt that they were worthy of love when you tried to give it to them. I'm just fighting my demons. It's just like, I see you so beautifully. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm thinking that the feminine is saying to the masculine. Like, I see the real you. I see your soul. I connect to your heart space. And you are very worthy of love. They didn't believe that they were worthy of love because they needed to feel like they were self-sufficient. They needed to handle certain things in the 3D. Also, as a reflection of you, though, why are you accepting someone that couldn't give you anything? And it's not just about what's given in the physical. They were emotionally available. So why were you aligning to somebody that couldn't give you the love that you needed? You had to work on your self-worth. You know, so that is merit. It's just like, what is this sacred word? Why can't I find it? Let's see. Sacred worth. Here we go. I am worthy of love. Worth is not earned or given. Worth is claimed. Period. What's so elusive about worth is that it is easy to forget it has nothing to do with anyone or anything outside of us. Our worth is inherent. One of the most profound lessons I've acquired on this path of love, Mary Magdalene inspires us to understand, is that my voice, the quiet, unassuming voice of love inside of me, is worthy of being believed. Not because of any master's degree I've accumulated or scholarship or writing I've accomplished or anything else, but simply because the voice of love is mine. This is the reason enough to know it is worthy of belief. At the end of Mary's gospel, after she reveals the secret teachings of Christ given to her, several of the male disciples don't believe her. She is questioned and disbelieved, especially by the apostle Peter. Levi alone comes to Mary's defense by saying, if the Savior considered her to be worthy, who are you to disagree with her? For he knew her completely and loved her steadfastly. And that is Mary 10, 9, 10, whatever. So angel number 10, 9, 10. 10, 10. On my first pilgrimage to the south of France, when I was in my early 20s and struggling with a sense of self-worth, I attended a festival of Saint Sarah La Caille in Saint Maurice de la Mer, where legend says Mary Magdalene traveled to escape Roman persecution. I was swept up by the singing, dancing, and grieving, laughing, the profound sounds of true devotion. I descended into the crypt of the church and watched as Saint Sarah was embraced, prayed over, caressed, and entirely loved. I sank down against the back wall and cried because I knew that I was worthy of love now and always. I knew that nothing I did, said, or gained or lost would ever make me less deserving of love. My worth is unconditional. My worth is always right here waiting in the crypt of my heart for me to claim it. And I also knew it was up to me then and now. It's all up to us now to know, like Christ, that Mary's voice is worthy of belief. And the question is, what helps me remember that I am worthy of love? Apparently this person helps you remember. But no, really, this is about a journey of union within yourself, but it's being reflected outside of you through this person, even when you are apart. And it just feels like they're, I don't know, you guys may be coming back together. Apparently, you may be coming back together. Interesting. I'm going to post this on YouTube. If you're on TikTok, thank you guys for joining in. I really appreciate it. If you'd like a personal reading, everything can be found in the description box below, or in the link in my bio, wherever you're seeing this. And if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I post everything on there. I'm really trying to build up that channel, so I would really appreciate You guys showing love there. But yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will probably pop on here either later today or tomorrow.